Thanks, Amy. I'm here today with Clark Stone, Regional Sales Manager from wusthof. And today he's going to do some knife skills, show you a little bit about the wusthof knife and how wonderful they are. And here, take it away, Clark.
Thanks, Pete. Right. Thanks for having me here today. One of the things that consumers don't realize is how important really good knives are in the kitchen. There's a couple of basic knives that you need to have: a paring knife, a bread knife, and a chef's knife. And if I can, I'd like to demonstrate a few of these items for you. Paring knife is designed for small jobs: paring, peeling, and coring. And I've done a little tomato rose here to kind of show you where we're going to try and get to.
I was telling Clark that we only have a few minutes. I was going to take an hour and a half to do, and he said about 20 seconds.
Yep. all this is a very simply, it's a peeled tomato, but you need a very sharp knife. Hold on to it, gripping it very close to the bolster, which is the piece that joins the blade to the handle. Start at the end opposite where it's attached, and you're going to make a vertical cut towards yourself, and then cut underneath, and just very simply work the knife back and forth. You don't want to put your finger out in front of it in case you slip.
And just work. Sharp knives.
They are very sharp. You see how easy this is going through here, though? I'm not using a lot of force or a lot of pressure.
And I would think you'd use because of tomato, like a tomato knife, but because it's so sharp, you don't need that serration?
People think that you have to have a serrated knife to cut tomatoes, and if the knife is sharp, you really don't. It does help a little bit, but it's not necessary. Now, as I get towards the bottom here, all I'm going to do is cut through.
Okay. That's really cool.
With the meat of the tomato facing inward, I'm going to just roll this up on edge.
Is the paring knife the #1 selling knife? Or
paring knife is our most common knife. Okay. It's one that everybody uses. I'm going to put that little base over.
All right.
Flip it over, and there, very simply.
Wow, what a cool little carnish.
That's my tomato rose.
And he'll be doing some knife skills classes right at our store.
Exactly.
As we go forward.
It's about a 2-hour hands-on as to how to use knives, how to care for them, how to sharpen them.
And so, make sure you watch for our classes and get on our website. What's the next best-selling knife?
The next knife is an 8-inch chef's knife.
Okay.
We make them in several lengths. 8 is the most common. Very intimidating knife because people don't understand what it is used for. It's designed for chopping, dicing, and mincing vegetables.
Okay.
You're going to hold this a little differently. You're actually going to put your index finger in front of the bolster. That's the piece, again, that joins the blade to the handle. Your thumb on the other side to pinch grip this.
I noticed with your knives, they're perfectly balanced. So that makes it nice when you're handling it.
You're working with the strongest part of your hand at that balance point, so there's less hand strength required and much greater control. You've got a carrot here, and frequently you see people just banging this knife straight down. The reason the knife has this shape is so that it can be used in a rocking and dicing motion. Bring the knife back over the carrot and just cut down and forward. The knife never leaves the cutting surface.
That's awesome. So
save you a lot of time. That's all there is to a chef's knife.
Now, why wusthof over the other brands?
Wusthof is a family-owned business. Currently, the 7th generation owns the company. We've been in manufacture since 1814. All of our product is made in Germany, and this is all that we do. They're going to last you 35, 40 years, and they're going to cut very well for that entire time frame.
When I finally got a good knife, and it was a wusthof knife, for me it was like a life-changing experience. It's just amazing.
When you think about it, nothing happens in the kitchen until you cut something, so you want to have good implements in the kitchen, good cookware, good cutlery. Good knives make the food prep a whole lot easier, a whole lot more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
This is our other basic knife, a bread knife. Very simple. Back and forth. Let the knife do the work and cut right through even the thickest and densest of breads.
Even like the Wonder Breads, it goes, like the real thin breads.
You don't need to use a lot of pressure. With the real collapsible fresh breads or angel food cake that collapse very easily, back off the pressure and let the knife do the job.
Yeah. Well, Clark, thank you so much. And Amy, thanks for letting us be on your show again today. And come on down to the store. We have an amazing selection of knives for you to see and sample. We'll let you do this right at our store. So again, see you soon.